All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the first feeding in my new worm bin right here. These are some red wigglers that I got from Scott at Utah Bioagriculture. I think he may also sell through the name or the company name Hungry Worms. But so far, so good as far as the worms go. They seem to be acclimating pretty well. I just did a surface watering a few minutes ago. So that's what it looks like right now. So I'm gonna cover that up right quick. Actually, I'll just go ahead and leave it open. I'm trying to avoid flies getting in there, but at the same time, gotta do what we gotta do. So, and this is what I'm planning to put in there first. This is gonna be the first feeding of sorts. This is the effluent, the runoff from the bokashi bin. These are the drippings that have accumulated down there, and they've soaked into these wood chips. So I'm gonna get a whole bowl full of these wood chips, these soaked wood chips. And you can see there's some of the runoff there still. Just pour that in right there. And then just to buffer it a little bit, I also have some dry wood chips in this here. And, cover them with. So, in essence, this is the first feeding. I put it on the surface. And we'll see how that goes over. Actually, I should go ahead and dig around and just see how the worms are doing in there. Let's see the actual distribution of worms. I'll set this down right quick. I'm gonna dig around in there and see what I can see. All right, and some worms in there. Worms in there. They're basically all over the place, which is really neat. I was mentioning earlier, I've never had this kind of population density of worms, so it's really exciting for me to see them literally in every corner of this bin. So I went ahead and put down some of the, and actually up here, you can actually see some of the roly-polies in there moving around, which is fantastic. I want the worms to be able to have partners in decomp. I think it'll help everything in the system. So I went ahead and put some of the effluent soaked wood chips in there. And at this point, I would actually like to go ahead, I think they could do with an actual feeding of real food. So I have some bokashi buckets that have completed their fermentation period. Here's one of them right here. And so that's how it's labeled. It's scheduled to be opened on 10/5, so should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. All right. So we've got all kinds of, oh yeah, look at all that. You can see the fuzz growing right there. That's fantastic. So let me find a good spot. Just gonna dig down into this corner of the bin. They don't seem to be on this side quite yet. And I'm gonna get a handful of this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. It's got coffee grounds in there and banana peels and all that kind of stuff. So just gonna dig down in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Got more banana in there. Oh, that's been nice and fermented. And more coffee grounds. Toss on top of that. All right, that'll be a good little feeding. I'm gonna go ahead and cover up that corner. So I did both of these feedings on one side. This side contains the effluent-soaked wood chips, and this side contains, this corner rather, contains the actual bokashi pre-compost that came out of this bucket here. So I'm excited to see how they do with that. But I think that between those two, we'll have enough moisture, and definitely added some microbes to the bin. So I'll see you in the next episode as we see, probably take a look at them again in a week and see how they're doing. I might give it another surface watering. I think it could still be, moisture level could still be a little bit. And the spray bottle is kind of nice because it allows a nice, even watering without drenching any portion in particular. So I know this water will work its way down. And I'm really glad to have the wood chips in here because I think that they'll help with the moisture retention and also with just maintaining the moisture levels overall. So I'm really excited about this bin. It's really neat to have the leaves in here. Those break down really nicely. The wood chips will break down over time, and that'll hopefully encourage some good fungal growth as well. And then of course the bokashi, which will introduce some great bacteria. So I'm gonna go ahead and call that a feeding, and we'll check on them next time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.